What's going on, guys? Greg here today, and I'm bringing you a little bit of Modern Warfare today, as the past couple uploads have been Cold War, so hopefully you guys enjoy this ground war gameplay. And I'm getting a tactical nuke, something like a 45 gun streak, maybe, if I'm remembering this one correctly. But anyways, continuing on, let's go ahead and talk about today's topic, which is the first episode of the Road to a 2KD, and this is going to be one of the more simple episodes because we're not going to be diving into too much advanced information, but we're going to get you guys set up, and I'm going to try to convince you why you should be changing your settings to these settings, and they are going to be, of course, the settings that I deem the most important. So we're going to talk about getting yourself prepared to grind the game, and what I mean by this is I want you guys to find settings that you are comfortable with, and they are actually good settings, and not just, you might have to break out of your comfort zone to adjust to actual good settings, because you might be used to something that actually isn't really all that good, but it works for you in the matchmaking lobbies that you are given. But if you are truly looking to get that 2KD, and you want to stay a 2KD player, and you want to go beyond a 2KD player in public matches in Call of Duty, then you're really going to have to focus on changing your settings to exactly what I'm about to tell you. So these two settings, one of them is currently not in Modern Warfare, but it might be in Modern Warfare at some point soon, because the devs have hinted to they want to bring it to the game. And this is an FOV slider. So for all of my controller on PC or keyboard and mouse gang on the PC, I was about to say computer. Well, yeah, obviously. So for you on PC, I recommend playing on an FOV from anywhere from 93 to 103, and I'm going to explain why real quick. So FOV, in my opinion, is best whenever it is at a value that isn't too much or isn't too little. The reason being is you want to have something that fits all playstyles. And what I mean by this is if you are at something like 80 FOV, then yeah, you're really good at long-range assault rifle aiming, but you're going to be struggling up close in close quarter situations because you won't be able to see a lot of different things. So submachine gun play and shotgun play and all that kind of stuff is going to be much weaker if you're at a narrow FOV, whereas if you're at a very wide FOV, such as 120, you're not going to be able to see very long range all that well, and you won't be able to shoot targets at long range all that well compared to if you are on something like 100. So it's going to be much better for submachine guns if you're on a higher FOV, and it's going to be much better for rifles and sniper rifles and all that kind of stuff if you're on a more narrow FOV. So for this, I recommend anywhere from 93 to 103. You can play around, find something that is comfortable for you, but the reason I want to go over this first before sensitivity is because FOV actually has an effect on your sensitivity. So whenever you are at a higher FOV, your sensitivity is going to be faster, and whenever you are at a lower FOV, your sensitivity is going to feel slower. So you should adjust your sensitivity based off what FOV you play on. Now, moving forward to sensitivity, we are going to want to make sure that this is set to something you're comfortable with. If you are someone who plays at anything below 4, up it to at least 4 right now. Do not play on 3, do not play on 2, do not play on 1. Those are terrible sensitivity values, and the reason being is, sure, if it is working for you right now, that's probably because the game is actually measuring the way you move around, and it's going to adjust skill-based matchmaking based off of that. Believe me, that's part of the matchmaking algorithm. So if you are aiming very awkwardly, which, believe me, 1 to 3 sensitivity is very awkward, it's going to actually put you in the lower skill-based matchmaking brackets. And you're probably wondering, well, okay, if I'm wanting to get a 2KD, wouldn't I want to be playing as bad players, right? Well, no, because whenever you start performing better and your KD starts going up, and let's say you've mastered 1 to 3 sensitivity, now you're stuck at 1 to 3 sensitivity playing against people who have really good aim on any sensitivity. There might be people that have pro player accuracy on 20 cents, and trust me, they will be able to turn quicker, they will be able to adjust quicker, and they will completely dumpster you every single time. So, force sensitivity is my bare minimum recommendation and my maximum recommendation, and this is going to be for people who haven't built up really good muscle memory yet, or just in general don't really have the time to grind their muscle memory. I am going to recommend 8 at the very maximum. Now, if you do feel comfortable playing on higher sensitivities, by all means, you can go ahead and do that, but it's really going to depend on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to play super aggressive, then a high sensitivity is going to fit you much more. If you're trying to play a lot more passive, then a lower sensitivity is going to matter a lot more to you. So, based off of the way that you like to play, I would highly recommend changing your sensitivity right now. And again, the best way to truly be able to feel, is this sensitivity comfortable for me, is don't go based off how you're aiming in a match against enemy players. What I want you to do is I want you to start looking at certain objects. And what I mean by this is try to do a 180 degree turn and an exact 180 degree turn with the acceleration on your thumbstick, or if you're on mouse, you don't have acceleration. But you want to try to find a way that you can do a quick 180 degree turn that is comfortable enough for you. And then you want to start trying to snap at objects on the wall. Like just start looking at if there's a crack on a wall or something, or pillars. Raid on Black Ops Cold War is a good example. The pillars, just keep snapping between the pillars. You want to get that comfortable movement down with your thumbstick. It's not all just about aiming at the enemy, shooting them, and killing them, because you also have to know how to transition to other targets. And in the case of Black Ops Cold War, you have to be able to transition your targets outside of the aim assist range, right? Modern Warfare, I believe, has an unlimited aim assist range, whereas Cold War does not have an unlimited aim assist range. So you want to get comfortable being able to move your targets whenever you don't have aim assist, and I would highly recommend even trying turning off aim assist whenever you're warming up in private match to get used to those extra ranges where there isn't aim assist, if you're playing Black Ops Cold War, for example. So that's really all I wanted to talk about today in this first episode, is sensitivity and FOV, because these are going to be the two most important things you want to set up before you even consider grinding the game, learning new things, because you have to be comfortable looking around the map and finding your targets. So find something that is going to be comfortable for you, and you might not be on something that's comfortable for you right now. You don't know yet, right? You want to play around with this, you want to find something that's comfortable, because it's all about building up muscle memory from there, right? What makes a good player stand out from another player in the majority of situations isn't going to be their movement or their, intellectual skill. It's pretty much in Modern Warfare, for example, because of how fast the time to kill is, it's really just aim, right? Aim and positioning. So as long as if you can start building up that muscle memory and you can start aiming effectively, you'll see massive improvements. And then you can start working on things like your movement and all that other kind of stuff. But you really want to focus on getting the aim down and feeling comfortable moving your stick. So that's why I recommend take the time, ask me questions in the comment section below. If you have any, I will be sure to answer. But right now, you need to get your sensitivity and your FOV comfortable, and like I said, FOV first, because your sensitivity is affected by that. If you're on console, you ain't got to worry about this just yet. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.